Good morning, bestie. You're looking lovely. Today is Tuesday, and I would not like to go anywhere. I'd like to get back into my warm, toasty bed and go back to sleep. Unfortunately, I'm not a millionaire, so I can't do a schedule of whatever the heck I want. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if I could live life like a normal person should be able to? And not have to constantly be running, constantly be going. In order to be a productive member of society, you must be constantly doing something and stressed at all times. Did you know that our Congress members get $79 a day as a food stipend for them to eat? Because when you work as a Congress member, you never know where you're going to be. You might have to go out and get lunch. You can't bring a sack lunch with you. That's impossible. They can't, and they can't afford it on their salary, really, with their six figures most of the time. Are there any Congress members making less than six figures? I'm going to Google. Yep, yeah, I guessed it. There is no member of Congress that makes less than $100,000 a year. This is wild to me. You're telling me that I could make $100,000 a year plus, and have an account of money given to me so that my office could be decorated. And usually those are pretty exorbitant amounts of money. And then I'd get on top of that free health care. My kids would be able to have free health care along with going to pretty much whatever school they want. And then on top of all of it, I get $79 a month. $79 a day for food supplementation. Meanwhile, there are people out here who are trying to figure out the math of how much of their taxes go to food stamps recipients, and it's $36 a year approximately. Every American is paying about $36 a year for those of us who have food stamps. I'm included in that. I pay the $36 a year, and I do receive food stamp benefits. I am a single mom with 3 kids, one of which is an adult, but she is in college, so technically she is still my dependent. Thankfully, her college involves room and board, and so that includes her having a food card, basically, where she can go to the cafeteria at the school and get food for all of her meals, as long as it's open. I make around $36,000 a year, and I am currently receiving around $300 a month in food stamps benefits. I think it's $306 a month. Those food stamps benefits are why my kids eat every day. My children also, during the school year, eat breakfast and lunch at their schools. Lunch or breakfast is provided to all students for free at the elementary school, and I believe, and so is lunch, and I believe at the high school, I'm not sure if it's just that we have free or reduced lunch or if it's the whole school, but I know the elementary school is a Title I school, so everybody there is afforded free lunches, which is absolutely fantastic. I remember when my oldest was in school having lunch balances, and in order for them to go from the middle school to the high school, we had to pay the lunch balances for them to be able to basically graduate. And it was like $86. And then they were like, oh no, your family should have been on the free or reduced lunch. And I was like, yes. And they were like, well, you still have that balance you have to pay. And I had to use Christmas money for that year. It was pretty rough. I was pretty upset. And then the school ended up helping us for Christmas that year. So it was like, what? My one eye is very leaky this morning. She's very weepy. My face is very puffy today. I think I might do some gua sha, which is you get this little stone. Usually it's made out of jade, but I couldn't find one. I think this one's just marble. Honestly, I'm not sure. And then you use like oils and you pull across to your face, and you basically do lymphatic drainage on your face. I am not going to do that on camera because that involves me putting like oils on my face, and that's going to be a whole other thing. So actually, I'm not going to, you know what, I'm not doing that this morning. You know what, no. I'm going to just put on a tiny bit of blush, and I'm going to go to work. I'm already a little running late, and I'm a little frustrated that I'm a little running late. My body this morning was like, you have to go potty. And I was like, ma'am, we are on a set schedule. We do not have time for this. And she was like, good luck. And it was one of those potties where you're like, okay, am I done? And then you go to get up and your body's like, no, sit back down, we're not done. And you're like, rude. You're welcome for the information about my morning poops. You feel free to share about your morning poops if you'd like. I'm a mom. That's what I talk about is poop. Actually, you know what? I will say I'm really glad I'm out of that age range of moms. Like I know other moms are going to relate to this. When I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, I was like 18. I was 17 when I got pregnant. And I was 18 when I was pregnant with her, and people kept telling me, like, oh, just wait till you have her. All you're going to do is talk about her poop. And I'm like, I am never going to talk about my child's poop with other people. And then I got into, like, a mom group, and we'd all, like, go out together, like, to the mall and, like, do, like, mommy dates with our babies and stuff. And the conversation of poop was, like, 90% of the conversation. And I remember just the first time it happened, just sitting in awe watching all of these moms talking about their kids' poops, and I'm like not included in this conversation at all. And the more I hung out with them, the day it happened, I had to ask a question about my kids' poop, and they all knew the answer. They talked to me. They comforted me. I don't remember what it was, but there was something weird happening, and it was just something she had eaten, and I didn't know that would do it. So here I am talking about kids' poop again. Jesus, my kids are all grown. No, but now when I talk to my friends who have children, we don't discuss our kids' poop anymore, and I'm so grateful for that. There was a day in my life where it was the last time I was going to talk about my kids' poop with my friends, and I didn't even know it. That is a joke. That is a joke for all of these people who don't know. Okay, so there was a thing that went around online, and they were like, one day you picked up your kid and held them for the last time. Let that sink in. All of us moms lost our moms, and we're crying. Because it's true. Stop. When I laugh, I cough because of the sickness. The sickness. I tried to spray my wrist, and I instead sprayed the palm of my hand and my mirror with that perfume. And it's in my mouth. I don't like that. I don't like the way perfume tastes. Thanks. Simple makeup today. It's a good day. I'm feeling a little bit like a snack today, so I'm gonna wear my cheese purse and my cheese earrings. Today I'm really grateful for this sweater because it is so soft and so warm. I'm really grateful that I was able to sit and share with you like this. And I'm really grateful that I got to spend time with you. And I'm really grateful for the comments that are going to be left on this video with what is something that you're grateful for today. I would love to hear that if you're willing to share. Also, I hope you have the most beautiful day and that your life is filled with kindness and joy and all kinds of self-love today. Have a wonderful one.